Let's talk about that feeling of just being worn out. You
Yeah.
know it, I know it, especially for those of us balancing careers, families, maybe even squeezing in a little me time. And if you're a professional woman over 40, you're probably nodding along right now.
Hmm.
Here's a stat that might resonate. Over 13% of adults feel tired most days, and women are almost 50% more likely to experience that persistent fatigue.
What's fascinating about that statistic really is that it highlights how our everyday lives, our habits, can impact our energy levels, maybe even more than specific illnesses sometimes. That constant feeling of running on empty, it's something so many people experience.
Absolutely. And, with spring finally here, it feels like the perfect moment to dive into something we all crave, natural ways to boost our energy. We've got a fantastic resource today, a cheat sheet from Carmina Mevs, the Slim Down Success Coach, packed with simple strategies to tap into those natural energy
And
reserves.
if we connect this to the whole idea of a spring refresh, it's about more than just decluttering our homes, right?
Right.
It's about lightening our routines, maybe shedding those habits that might be dragging us down, and finding easy ways to feel more vibrant and alive as we move into this new season. It's not about drastic measures, but, sustainable shifts.
Exactly. So if you're listening and you're ready to shake off that lingering winter sluggishness and step into spring feeling genuinely renewed and recharged without any crazy diets or overwhelming changes, then this deep dive is for you. Let's unpack this cheat sheet together.
Sounds good.
Carmina starts by emphasizing something really crucial: the surprising impact of our daily habits and lifestyle on how much energy we have.
Yeah, and what's key to understand here is that Carmina's guide identifies two main culprits behind low energy. The first, and often the most significant, is indeed our daily habits and lifestyle choices. However, it's also wise to remember that persistent fatigue can sometimes signal an underlying health issue.
That's true. So while we'll be focusing on what we can control through our habits, the cheat sheet rightly advises consulting a healthcare provider if that tiredness just, continues despite making positive changes.
That's a really important point to keep in mind. But let's focus on those levers we can pull our daily habits. Carmina lays out 7 natural energy boosters, and the first one, while it might sound basic, is truly foundational: getting quality sleep.
Okay, yeah, and here's where it gets really interesting. It's not just about clocking in the hours, but about the quality of that sleep.
Mhm.
The cheat sheet emphasizes the importance of deep or slow wave sleep.
Ah, deep sleep.
Think of this as your body's prime repair time. And crucially, it's when your body really ramps up the production of ATP. You can think of ATP as the fundamental energy currency of your cells.
Like cellular energy dollars.
Exactly. During deep sleep, your body prioritizes cellular repair and energy restoration, essentially ensuring you have a full tank of this currency to draw upon the next day. This is why simply getting enough hours of light sleep often leaves you feeling, well, unrefreshed.
That makes so much sense. So the actionable takeaway is to aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night. And that often starts with something as simple as just going to bed early enough to allow for those hours.
Right. Setting that bedtime.
Plus, as Carmina points out, many of the other tips in the guide will actually contribute to better sleep. It really is all interconnected, isn't it?
Precisely.
Yeah.
And the next natural energy booster, number 2, might seem counterintuitive when you're feeling drained, but it's regular exercise.
Oh, I know that feeling when you're completely wiped. The thought of a workout feels impossible. But the cheat sheet explains that exercise actually helps your body create more mitochondria.
Yes. Those tiny powerhouses within our cells responsible for converting food and oxygen into usable energy.
To more powerhouses.
What's fascinating here is that even though you're expending energy in the short term during exercise, the long-term effect is a significant boost in your overall energy capacity. Beyond just burning calories, regular physical activity signals your body to become more efficient at energy production at a cellular level. This means you not only have more mitochondria, but they also function more effectively, leading to a higher baseline energy level even on days you're not actively working out. Plus, as the guide notes, it improves circulation, gives you a release of those mood-boosting endorphins, and can even contribute to better sleep, creating a really positive cycle.
It's like investing energy to get even more back in return. Carmina gives some specific recommendations, aiming for 150 to 300 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity each week. That could be something like a brisk walk where you can still hold a conversation but are breathing noticeably harder, or even like fast dancing.
Yeah, or even Zumba.
or 75 to 150 minutes of more vigorous activity where it's harder to speak in whole sentences, like jogging. And she also highlights the importance of including 2 muscle-building workouts on non-consecutive days. And for anyone looking for a fun way to move, she even mentions her live Zumba classes on Zoom 3 times a month.
What stands out is the balanced approach. It's not solely focused on cardio. Those muscle-building exercises are crucial for overall strength and sustained energy throughout the day. And the range in recommended activity levels allows you to find something that fits your current fitness and energy levels.
Definitely.
The real key, as with most things, is consistency, building that routine.
Absolutely. It's about building a routine that you can stick with. And the cheat sheet suggests that by doing so, you'll likely experience a gradual but steady increase in your energy, your mood will lift, and you'll just feel an overall improvement in well-being. No more dragging yourself through the day, which sounds pretty fantastic, especially with spring in the air, right?
Totally.
Okay, let's move on to energy booster number 3,
Yeah.
eating a balanced diet.
Right. Here the focus shifts from simply counting calories to truly nourishing your body with the right kinds of fuel. The guide emphasizes the importance of consuming enough food to support your activity levels and steering clear of those restrictive crash diets.
Yeah, those can really backfire.
Exactly. They can actually leave you feeling more depleted and sluggish.
It's about focusing on nutrient-dense foods. Carmina highlights the benefit of incorporating a variety of unprocessed whole foods, lean proteins, and healthy fats into your diet. She explains that while those sugary snacks might give you a quick burst of energy,
That sugar rush.
they're usually followed by an inevitable crash. In contrast, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats provide a more sustained and steady release of energy.
What's also interesting is the timing and frequency of meals. The cheat sheet suggests eating smaller meals at regular intervals throughout the day, ideally every 4 to 6 hours maybe, to help keep your blood sugar levels stable and avoid those energy dips.
Yeah, avoiding the roller coaster.
It specifically recommends a lighter lunch, perhaps paired with a mid-afternoon snack, to help combat that natural dip in energy many of us experience after midday.
That makes perfect sense. And to give us a really practical idea of what this looks like, Carmina even shares a glimpse into her typical daily eating habits. For breakfast, it's a nutrient-packed combination of spinach, okra, and leftover protein in bone broth with spices.
Sounds interesting.
Lunch is often chicken breast with mixed greens, avocado, and a simple olive oil dressing. For a snack, she might have a sliced apple with peanut butter. Dinner is usually a stir-fry with turkey, bell peppers, snap peas, and brown rice. And if needed, a Greek yogurt with berries and flax seeds makes for a great optional evening snack. It's all about whole, real foods.
This example really illustrates the focus on nutrient-rich options throughout the day. You see the lean protein for sustained energy, the healthy fats for satiety and brain function, and plenty of fruits and vegetables packed with essential vitamins and minerals. It's a fantastic blueprint for fueling your body effectively.
Absolutely. Now let's move on to energy booster number 4, something we all know is important, but maybe don't always prioritize: staying properly hydrated.
Oh yeah. The cheat sheet draws a really clear line between hydration, optimal brain function, and overall energy levels. It even references studies that show that even mild dehydration, as little as 1 to 3% of your body weight, can negatively impact your cognitive function.
Think about that for a moment. Even being just slightly dehydrated can leave you feeling tired, make it harder to focus, and affect your overall performance.
That's significant.
So, the main takeaway here is straightforward but incredibly important. Drink plenty of water throughout the day.
What's helpful are the general daily intake recommendations provided by the U.S. National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine, roughly 15.5 cups, or 3.7 liters, for men, and about 11.5 cups, or 2.7 liters, for women.
That's quite a bit.
It is. Keeping a water bottle handy and sipping on it consistently throughout the day is a simple yet effective way to ensure you're staying adequately hydrated, especially as we move into the warmer spring months.
Definitely a great habit to cultivate, particularly as the weather gets warmer. Okay, number 5 on the list: managing stress. This is a big one for so many of us juggling busy lives.
Absolutely. The cheat sheet explains that while acute stress can trigger that initial burst of adrenaline, chronic ongoing stress has the opposite effect. It depletes your energy reserves and leads to feelings of exhaustion.
Makes sense?
It can disrupt your hormonal balance, interfere with your sleep patterns, and even contribute to or worsen symptoms of depression, which we know can also significantly impact energy levels.
It's like constantly running in high gear. Eventually you're going to burn out, right?
Yeah.
So The actionable takeaway here is to actively incorporate stress-reducing activities into your daily routine. This could be anything that helps you unwind and de-stress, whether it's exercise, practicing breathing exercises, meditation, journaling, spending time outdoors, or engaging in a hobby you enjoy.
What's really important to emphasize is the cumulative benefit of consistent stress management. Regularly engaging in these types of activities not only helps you feel more calm and relaxed in the moment, but also contributes to more sustained energy levels over time. It's a vital investment in your overall well-being, especially for those balancing demanding careers and personal lives.
Couldn't agree more. Now let's move on to number 6, limiting caffeine. This can be a tricky one for many of us who rely on that morning coffee.
Or maybe even an afternoon pick-me-up.
Exactly.
The cheat sheet acknowledges that caffeine can be a useful tool for boosting alertness, and many people find it beneficial. However, it does caution against excessive consumption, especially later in the day.
Why is that?
Well, the guide explains that caffeine works by blocking adenosine, which is a neurotransmitter that signals to your brain that you're feeling tired. But this is a temporary block. Once the caffeine wears off, all that built-up adenosine can rush in, leading to that familiar energy crash.
Oh, that afternoon slump is so real. And Carmina points out that consuming caffeine too late in the day, generally after around 2 p.m., can really disrupt your natural sleep-wake cycle,
Which, as we've discussed,
has a direct impact on your energy levels the following day.
yeah. So the key takeaway isn't necessarily to eliminate caffeine entirely, but to be mindful of your intake. Enjoy it in moderation, preferably earlier in the day, and really tune into how it affects your own body and your sleep patterns. Knowing your personal limits is crucial.
Wise advice. Finally, we've reached energy booster number 7, getting some sunshine. Especially after a long winter, a bit of sunshine feels like such a natural pick-me-up.
It really does. The cheat sheet highlights that sunshine offers more than just a mood boost. It's an actual energy booster. Exposure to sunlight helps to increase the production of serotonin, often called the feel-good hormone,
Serotonin.
which plays a significant role in regulating mood, focus, and energy levels.
Plus, it's essential for boosting our vitamin D levels, and the guide points out the well-established link between low vitamin D and feelings of fatigue. So, spending some time in the sun can directly contribute to how energized we feel.
Exactly. The actionable advice here is to aim for around 10 to 30 minutes of sunshine on most days. It's a simple and enjoyable way to support both your mood and your energy levels, and it fits perfectly with embracing the spring season.
Absolutely. So we've covered all 7 of Carmina's natural energy boosters. Prioritizing quality sleep, exercising regularly, eating a balanced diet, staying hydrated, managing stress effectively, being mindful of caffeine intake, and getting some sunshine.
Phew, quite a list.
And as she emphasizes, these strategies really work best when you weave them together to create a holistic lifestyle that supports sustained energy.
Yeah, what's important for you, the listener, to remember is that this isn't about making overwhelming instant changes. It's about incorporating small, consistent adjustments into your daily routine that, over time, can lead to a significant and noticeable improvement in how you feel more energized, more focused, and more vibrant.
And that aligns perfectly with our April theme of a spring refresh, right? It's about shedding those old habits that might be holding us back and embracing these simple, natural ways to revitalize our energy from the inside out.
Exactly. It's about fostering a sense of renewal, both physically and mentally, as we welcome this new season.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Carmina's natural energy boosters, the core message is clear. Making small, consistent lifestyle changes can have a profound impact on your energy levels. It's a natural and sustainable path to feeling more vibrant, focused, and ready to fully enjoy everything that spring and life in general has to offer.
This raises a really important question for you to think about. Looking at these 7 straightforward strategies, which one or two could you most realistically integrate into your own daily routine starting today to experience an immediate spring energy boost?
Good question.
Often, focusing on just 1 or 2 key areas can create a positive ripple effect that impacts other aspects of your well-being.
That's a fantastic point to ponder. And for anyone listening who's looking for maybe a more structured and personalized approach that integrates nutrition, workouts, and healthy habits for sustained energy and even weight management, Carmina Mevs does offer her Slim Down Success Accelerator program.
Okay.
It sounds like a comprehensive resource for creating that personalized roadmap to reach your health and wellness goals.
Ultimately, the goal is to have more energy to truly engage with and enjoy your life to the fullest. As Carmina herself warmly welcomes you in her cheat sheet, it's about getting back to feeling like you again, with the vitality and zest to pursue the things you love. And that's a wonderful aspiration for this spring and beyond.